Good Sunday to you. As promised, I would have a John Hagee video for you to watch. So sit back, enjoy the ride. So, John Hagee is the pastor of the Cornerstone Church in San Antonio, Texas. And I've got to give a lot of credit to a article on the internet called "The Dumbest Things Ever Blurted Out" by San Antonio pastor John Hagee of Cornerstone Church. So we're going to get into that a little bit later on this presentation. Hagee is one of the most famous preachers all over the world. He fills massive arenas, and his sermons are broadcasted on many TV stations. It is said that every person in the United States of America has heard at least 2 minutes of a Hagee sermon. Now, here are some particulars you might be interested in. Hagee is said to have a net worth between $5 and $7 million, which doesn't sound like a lot to be described as one of the richest preachers in America. Of course, he makes a lot of other money as well, and we'll get into that in a little bit. A big amount of his money comes from his sermons and from the books he's written. With the net worth of $5 to $7 million, it's kind of interesting to see the homes. He has four, these are two of them, and the airplane he's able to have with just that amount of net worth. Kind of fascinating, isn't it? There's no doubt that Hagee has a lot of money, but most of the money is in his church trust, and that trust money cannot be considered a part of his own funds for taxation purposes. Most of his money is in the form of a church trust. Now, the church trust currently has around $70 million. And as the CEO of the trust, he decides how that money is spent. He makes all decisions without needing to consult anyone else. And anyone else would be some of his family that also suck on the church. Oh, did I say suck? That's so impolite of me. So he has a nonprofit organization of which he is the president, Christians United for Israel. And from that, he drew $540,000 in compensation, an additional $302,000 in compensation as president of Cornerstone Church. He received $411,000 in benefits from GETV, which is a TV station, including contributions to a retirement package for highly paid executives, which the IRS calls a rabbi fund. Now, the John Hagee Rabbi Trust includes a 7,969 acre ranch outside of Breckenville with 5 lodges, which include a main lodge and a gun locker. It also includes a manager's house, a smokehouse, a skeet shooting range, and 3 barns. His payment package of $842,000 in compensation and $414,000 in benefits was one of the highest pay packages for a nonprofit director in the San Antonio area in 2001. So these numbers I gave you were from 2001. I was unable to find what these numbers would be in 2022. Now, if you've watched my video on the pastor's wallet, you'll notice that this compensation does not include his housing allowance, and he's the one who determines how much those tax-exempt dollars are worth each year. Naturally, Hagee defends his compensation package, saying he earned the money and benefits through speaking fees and royalties for book and tape sales and not from individual donors calling the station's prayer line. He says, and I quote, "I have no salary here with GETV, none whatsoever. What I have is a royalty from products I produce. That's very, very different. And to call that an income would be a misappropriation of terms. Let's not forget that he advertises his books and products on his TV shows where he's giving sermons, and he has to pay no advertisement dollars to advertise and to sell his books and products.